This is the 2020 Magnitude XG32 4x4, the newest in THOR's 4x4 Super C lineup, built on the Ford F550 chassis. That houses a 6.7 power stroke turbo diesel engine that lets out 330 horsepower and 750 pound-feet of torque. With 68 gallons of fuel capacity and 10 miles per gallon, there is a lot of trip ahead of you. But what makes this so special is the 10,000 pound hitch on the back end with a 1,000 pound tongue rating. Now that is a true 10,000 pound hitch because the chassis can actually handle 15,500 pounds. I want to start off talking about the chassis itself. From my own personal experience and my customers' feedback, the 550 chassis with a 6.7 power stroke makes the Magnitude one of the best riding and driving motorhomes in the industry. It is extremely comfortable to drive, smooth, quiet, especially compared to a lot of your gas V10 engines and your Cummins engines, which are roaring or thumping as you're going uphill. The only noise you're going to hear on this is the turbo kick in. Now I took this up the Allegheny Mountains. I set the cruise to 75, 80 miles an hour and it stuck up to speed, never dropped down. Also accelerated up very easily. So it is a fun ride, I gotta give it that. Extremely comfortable as well. You do get fog lights in the cab up front, which are controlled through the cockpit. And a keynote of all of our higher end units is that one-piece fiberglass front cap. That's going to protect the entire front side of all of the elements, but also give you that seamless design, which makes it very easy to maintain and very aerodynamic. Paired with your fiberglass wing walls with the curved design, you're getting no wind drag like a conventional Class C. All the wind is rushing off the side. We eliminate all of your blind spots by extending your side view mirrors outward, giving you a great field of view down the side of the motorhome. These mirrors are power adjustable, heated, and manual fold, but just absolutely massive. And paired with your side view cameras, whenever you engage your blinkers, your blind spot is engaged and shown on an LED monitor in the cockpit. You do get entry lights in the driver and passenger doors. This full body paint package does come to you standard. This is our Silver Springs full body paint. This paint is an automotive sickens paint, so it never fully cures. So as your motorhome is flexing going down the road, you're not gonna get any stress cracks down the belt line of the motorhome. Take a look at your carefree armless awning. This is one touch and extends, one touch it retracts. It does have the motion sensor on the front side there, so if you do get a big gust of wind and that awning moves, it'll notice the movement and retract back in automatically. But this eliminates any holes going down the side of your motorhome and also the possibility of hitting your head on the campsite. Being our highest trim level, you do have frameless windows on the Magnitude. So all of your seals on your windows are not going to be exposed to UV damage. All of our windows storage compartments on your sidewall are all framed out in aluminum with anti-wicking paint on top of that. Something the XG32 does have a lot of is storage. You get 78 cubic feet of storage space. You do get the swing out baggage doors in multiple places on this motorhome. So if you have larger items you want to put in, like a cooler, something of that nature, it's very easy to get in and out. But all of our storage compartments are going to be made out of rotocast plastic. It's just a spun plastic, but it has drain holes. So if it does get dirty, you can just wash it out with a garden hose. You're never going to get any mold, mildew, or rust in these storage bays. LED lit in every storage bay, and you do have your 2,000 watt Xantrax inverter located right here. Exterior entertainment center, that is a 32-inch flat screen TV mounted, and that does pop out on a swivel, so you get a great field of view anywhere in your campsite. Paired with the Bluetooth soundbar, it gives you a great quality of sound and more connections. Down in this bay, you do get the motor for your 4-point hydraulic leveling system. Hydraulic down, hydraulic return. More storage on the back end here. This is a pass-through storage, but it is a double door storage, so you can fit in larger items. Even your electrical outlets are framed out. You do have a gravity fill, so that way, if you don't want to fill up your freshwater tank or you run out of fresh water, if you're near a creek, all you need is a bucket and a funnel. You can fill up the bucket and pour it into your tank itself. It uses gravity to fill the tank. It doesn't need any pressure like most motorhomes do to fill the water tank. You do have an extra LP quick connect right here, so if you have a gas grill, you can connect it directly into your LP tank, which you see there. 68.2 pounds. Awning toppers do come standard on all of your slide outs. To pair with the one-piece fiberglass front cap, you have a one-piece fiberglass rear cap protecting the back end of the motorhome. You do have a ladder taking you all the way up to your roof, and you have an aluminum trusses 15 inches off center, allowing you to walk anywhere on your roof to do any maintenance, check your seams, add any products to the roof if need be, solar panels. But you do see your 10,000 pound trailer hitch here with your 1,000 pound tongue rating, which I will show you the tag there to display it. And remember, the chassis does handle 15,500 pounds, so it is a true 10,000 pound hitch. On the top there, you do have your rear view camera, which has the speaker going into the cab, so that way if somebody's spotting you, you can hear them directing you. Going down the side here, you see the other end of our storage bay. You do have your 50 amp shoreline connection there. You have an automatic transfer switch, so when you're done being plugged in, you can just throw it back in your motorhome and be done with it. 50 amp connection here. Cable connection. Even your furnace returns are framed out in aluminum. All of our baggage doors are going to be a slam latch. So easy open, easy close. No rotary hinges. But you do have 68 gallons of fuel capacity on 2 fuel tanks. 28 in the front, 40 in the rear. They switch over automatically. So how it works is when you're driving, your motor's going to pull from your front tank till it reaches 3/4 full. Once it hits 3/4 full, it's going to automatically transfer over to the rear tank. It's going to drain the rear tank, go back to the front, and then drain that. The reason it does that is your generator runs off of the front fuel tank. Here is our dump station. What I like about this is it is the double door, so it gives you plenty of room to bring your hoses out here and move around and connect your hose and dump your tanks. You're not confined by any sense. All of your tanks are going to be heated. When you want to dump your tanks, swivel the head down, connect your hose, dump. And if it does get any drippage, all you got to do is get the outside shower and wash this area out. When you're done, you just swivel it back up, you're done. Tankless water heater does come to you standard, something we're putting on all of our higher end units. How this works is just on-demand hot water. You set your temperature, turn on the hot water, heats it up to the temperature you set it at. This system is also much lighter than a lot of the 6-gallon water heaters. Front fuel fill, 6,000 watt Cummins Onan diesel generator, which runs off of your front fuel tank, as well with your DEF fill located right there. Side view camera, show you your awning topper located right there. And something that's really awesome on the cab is you do get keyless entry into the cab. One other thing I do want to point out is your generator exhaust is on the non-camping side located right there. Now that we're on the inside, let's take a look at the interior layout. Starting off in the front bunk, you do get the large automotive windshield with the power shade. So if you're pull up to some type of sporting event or race, you get a great field of view of whatever is in front of you. Also, if you're sleeping at night, you get a great field of view at the stars. On this bunk, you do get windows on both sides, so great ventilation. And you have the blue accent lighting to kind of give you a cool feel. Now here is your leatherette booth dinette. This is a very spacious dinette. It does convert down into a bed, but very plush and comfortable. So if you're sitting here for long durations, because you do have 2 seat belts here, front and back, you're gonna be very comfortable for the long haul. Now what's nice with that front windshield is you do have a great viewing angle for your passengers to see whatever it is you're driving past. You're driving past the mountains, a cool monument, they can actually see it now. And right here we do have the theater seating option, which comes to you standard. You can option this out and get a leatherette sleeper sofa. This has 2 seat belts in it as well. What's nice is this does oppose from your TV mounted on the wall here. So one touch right here, get the legs up, you get a great comfortable viewing angle of the TV, a direct line of sight. This does have 2 cup holders and space for remotes or snacks if need be, but extremely comfortable. And you do have the armrests on the side here. But one thing that really stands out about this is you have a ton of natural light coming into this living area here. Through the front bunk, the 4-foot windows on the side, and the windows behind the TV, you get a lot of natural light. And it gives a great look on our solid wood cabinetry. This is our lighter Amherst cabinetry, which was new for 2020. It's all solid wood, no center styling. So that way you can fit larger Tupperware items or anything you're trying to store. Give you a look at your broom closet here, a coat closet. Give you space to store extra items. This is a cool touch we added in. But plenty of cabinet space. So one thing that's really unique with this floor plan is it gives you so much. You do have your control system for your hydraulic jacks. But all solid wood cabinetry, solid wood trim. Residential appliances, so you do get a residential refrigerator with an ice maker that runs off of your inverter if need be. Residential convection microwave. And you do have the induction cooktop and 2 gas burners. So if you do have gas or electric option, very popular. Actual tile backsplashes, solid surface countertops, plenty of outlets for any appliances you do have to add in. Also, outlets underneath the cabinetry itself. But double bowl stainless steel sinks, so you can have one for dirty, one for clean, and you have the retractable faucet head, so that way you can wash all of your dishes easily. Underneath here, what's pretty cool, makes it easy to store pots and pans. You do have the slide out storage right here. More storage, your trash can, and drawers. In the kitchen, you do have a window in the kitchen, but you also have the fantastic fan for great ventilation. Controls for your inverter, as well with the multiplex system by Firefly that operates the entire motorhome, either by this panel. Panels located by Bluetooth in different areas of the motorhome, or you can control it by your cell phone. Your bathroom, you do have a very spacious shower with an actual solid shower door. A lot of natural light in here. You do get beautiful cabinetry. There's the module to control the temperature for your hot water heater. Outlets, sink, and you do have the porcelain toilet with a foot flush. Your bathroom is going to be fully ventilated, air in, heat in, and air out. And you do have the 360 siphon to ventilate your black tank and keep your motorhome smelling fresh at all times. Also, towel holders as well. Something unique to this floor plan is you do get the very large pantry. 1, 2, 3 shelves and more space up top. I'll kind of pan out and give you a great look at this, so it's not so close up. And then blocking off the bedroom from the kitchen in the front half of the motorhome, so you do get the actual pocket door, giving you privacy into your bedroom. Your bedroom on the XG32 is going to be a queen bed and a walk-around queen bed, so very easy in and out. Outlets on both sides, USB ports on both sides, a lot of appliances here, features here. Windows on both sides of the motorhome, on the bedroom, my apologies. So that way when you wake up in the morning, you can see whatever you're camped up at. And you can also get some air blowing through if need be. Lights, speakers, cabinetry up top, beautiful trim. But you just get a ton of natural light into the bedroom area here. Radio controls. There's one of your Bluetooth panels that is operated off the multiplex system. More USB and outlets. But one thing that's pretty cool here is the amount of drawer space. 6 drawers located right here. Right next to that, we got 4 more larger drawers and 2 wardrobe spaces with a mirror. Now you do get a 32-inch flat screen TV mounted here that pops up for more storage. Easy connection for PlayStation, Xbox, DVD players. Very easy and accessible. Give you another different angle here. Now, dual 13.5 ACs do come standard, and those are controlled independently, roof channel ventilation. Everything on this motorhome comes to you standard. You get to pick your color options, child safety tether, a few other things, but we really try to make it plain and simple for you here. Going into the cab now, your driver's seat is going to be a leather seat, and to add on to that comfort, we've put in a leather adjustable armrest. This seat is going to be power adjustable, forward and back. Also, the lumbar support is going to be power. The back itself of the chair is going to be a manual. In the center console, we have 3 cup holders and 2 cell phone holders. We added in a custom THOR floor liner to keep the floor clean of any dirt, debris, and muck that you may drag in. Take note of our light adjustments here. You do have power pedal adjustments and your parking brake down below. Latch to your hood. Storage under the door is pretty convenient, you get a lot of depth to it. And the handle is a nice adjustment right there. Power lock. And the cab itself is the XLT package, so you do get the soft touch on the door and several other areas inside the cab. Now here are the adjustments for your power mirrors and also your power windows. Let's start up the cab now. So you can see in the gauge cluster, you can see both the front and the rear tank levels, as well with the overall levels up above. But there's a lot of features to play around with in the gauge cluster. You can see your depth gauge. That's cool to just kind of play around and see everything you have going on. A lot of towing settings, off-road settings, angles, you can see fuel efficiency, trips, a lot of things that can play around with. But in the cab, we do have your Mobileye system right on the left side here. That's going to be what actually notifies you, and the camera for that is behind the LED monitor we have right here. You can see your LED monitor. That's always going to display your rear view camera by default, but it's also tied in with your side view blinkers. And that does have one-way audio with your rear view camera, so that way you can hear your spotter behind you. But it's convenient when you are changing lanes, because by default it's always showing the rear camera. You can actually see the distance the car behind you in the lane next to you is, so that way you're not guessing looking through your side view mirror. But a lot of features to play around with. You do have your emergency start, which bridges power between your chassis battery and your house battery and kind of just jumps the batteries if need be in a pinch. You got your fog lights, your brake controller from Ford, also your volume, your tuners, which are larger, easier to grab, especially when you're driving. Climate settings, USB ports. Also, you get a 12 volt and a 110 volt outlet, which are pretty convenient. You do have another cell phone holder above the dash. Large glove box here. So what I want to go over now is the Apple CarPlay feature on your infotainment center. So what I've done is I've connected my phone via aux cord to the USB port down below. And what it's done is it's tied in my phone into the Apple CarPlay. So I have a lot of the apps available through Apple, so that I can access my phone, Apple Music, Maps, my text messages. You can see what you're playing now. Go back to the forward screen, podcasts, audiobooks, Audible, Google Maps, SiriusXM, Waze. So a lot of things you can work with, and there's more apps that can be added in. But what's really convenient with it is on your steering wheel, on the right side here, is more tied in with your infotainment center. So you have your volume and your tuner adjustments here, but down below, this button with the person having the voice coming out, that ties in to Siri on your phone. So you hit this button, you tell it to do different features, whether it be make a call, play music, or log in a new destination for GPS, and it ties it in through your phone. So for example, take me to Walmart.
Okay, one option I see is Walmart on Mega Street, Northwest in North Canton.
And you just hit that. As easy as that, you can be on your way. It shows your arrival time, how long it takes to get there, and the miles away it is, and the actual route. Extremely convenient. You don't have to be looking around at a map, looking around at your phone. One touch on your steering wheel, and you can find your destination. Also, you can make calls. Do the same thing, say, call John Doe. It'll tie in through your phone, make a call, or if you have Apple Music in your phone, you can tell it to play certain music, certain playlist, certain album, and it'll play that while you're driving. So it's extremely convenient and pretty much takes away a lot of the dangers of getting distracted while you're driving. Up above here, you do have auxiliary switches for aftermarket accessories you do want to add in to the Ford chassis. Up above, what's pretty cool is these two little notches right here. Those are actually motion sensors. So when you turn off the cab, it's going to ask you this question. All sensors or perimeter sensing? All sensors is going to activate basically your basic alarms on the cab, but it's also going to activate these motion sensors up above here. So if you have your windows down and you're parked and somebody reaches in, it's going to pick up the motion and set the alarm off. Also, what it also does is if you have all these sensors activated and somebody walks in your motorhome, it'll pick up the motion right by the door and it'll set off the alarm. But if you don't want that feature when you get out, all you have to do is hit perimeter sensing and it'll turn that off. Do that again just to give you a... See, here we go. It's on all sensors. Hit perimeter sensing. Perimeter sensing turns off those motion sensors. And once you open the door, it's done. Now that we're up on your roof here, a few things I want to point out is it is a seamless roof. Your roofing material is a TPO roof, which wraps the front and the sides, creating a seamless design. It is a crown roof, so all dirt and debris is going to roll off. TPO is a great material we've been using for a long time. It's non-porous, UV resistant, so it's not going to break down with the elements. But located right here, this unit is solar prepped. So that way, it's a plug and play system. You have the mounting in place, solar controller, and the wiring. Just mount your panel, plug it in. You're charging your batteries. One thing I do want to show you here is your vinyl UV wrap on your awning. When the awning's in, that UV wrap is going to protect it from all UV damage. Also, you have your WineGuard Connect 2.0 dome. That's also going to house your Omni antenna. That's going to give you 4G LTE connectivity. Then located here is your 360 siphon ventilating your black tanks, creating a good smelling motorhome at all times.